Have you ever been to a doctor before and you've been suffering from multiple symptoms like bloating, fatigue, sleeping poorly, neck tightness, whatever, and you're saying, "Doc, what's going on?" And they say, "Well, you're fine." And you're thinking, "Cool, I still feel like a malfunctioning rice cooker. Like I'm cooked, I'm broken." So in traditional Chinese medicine, or TCM as we call it, we like to understand and ask this question of, what is the disease? What pattern is your body showing? And that one question changes everything. As a TCM practitioner, every symptom you feel is your body telling you something. Our goal is not to suppress that. It's to understand the pattern behind it. This 2,000-year-old medicine will actually let us understand a little bit more of what your body is telling you, not with graphs, not through data, and not through blood tests. This will give you a deeper understanding of natural healing. So what is traditional Chinese medicine? It's a complete medical system that's been developed over thousands of years. It includes Chinese herbal medicine, yes, that black goopy stuff and the ones that smell very strong, acupuncture, you know, these needles, cupping with a bunch of these cups you see on those marks, especially those Olympic athletes, moxibustion. It's a herbal incense stick that you're meant to hover over different parts of the body to help warm the system up, and many, many more. Most importantly, it's how you see the body. In conventional medicine, it's all about bacteria, inflammation, blood tests, organ health, biochemistry, and scans, and that's very, very important. Hi, I'm Guan, a traditional Chinese medicinal practitioner, also an acupuncturist. My goal is to help people understand what their body is trying to tell them. Disclaimer, I'm not anti-conventional medicine, anti-Western medicine. I'm just trying to provide a different perspective, especially if what you're doing is not working. But if you have cancer, bleeding out, emergency, broken bone, heart attack, don't tell your acupuncturist, "Please, just balance my liver qi." Hell no! So go to the hospital. Traditional Chinese medicine is not here to replace conventional medicine. It's here to offer a different lens. The lens is based on relationships, patterns, and function. This is the most simplest way to understand what TCM is compared to conventional medicine. Think about it this way. If TCM looks at the body as a whole, then conventional medicine likes to zoom in and isolate it and focus on that thing. I like to compare it to the forest versus the tree. When we look at the forest, there's a lot of things we got to consider. And this is the most challenging thing in the TCM community with all practitioners, is the consistency of practitioners. They're not the same. You see, when you have a practitioner trying to look at all different systems at once, it's so difficult. And because everyone has a different approach, the consistency of care and results are going to be so varied. Sorry, I go a bit off topic. So back to pattern diagnosis. So what is pattern diagnosis? It's a diagnostic method that identifies the root cause by analyzing the symptoms, the tongue, the pulse, rather than treating the symptom by itself. So we ask a bunch of questions to figure out the pattern, like, are you thirsty? Do you tend to feel hot? Are you constipated? All these random questions don't make any sense, but they will actually form a pattern, because the same disease might show up as different patterns. Different patterns, different treatment. Think of it this way. If some person is suffering from a headache and, has some gut health issues, we're going to treat it differently to someone that may have a headache with period issues, because even though they have the same headache, their constitution is different, meaning that they have other issues underlying that are contributing to their headache. In TCM, we tend to work with qi a lot. So what is it? I bet you're thinking, invisible energy. Sounds fake. No science. And I get it. But I think we just haven't found the right tools to detect it yet. Regardless, qi is not just energy in a mystical sense. Qi is function, movement, activity. It's basically the energy to help get you to do things in your body. The way you digest food, that's qi. The way you recover, that's qi. How you combat stress, that is qi. So when a TCM practitioner says you're qi deficient, it doesn't mean your magical battery is low. We're telling you that your functional capacity may be weak, and this may show up as fatigue, low motivation, poor digestion. And when we say that your qi stagnated, it doesn't necessarily mean you're completely blocked up. It just means that things probably aren't flowing as smoothly as they should. And this might show up as mood swings, tension in the body, irritability. So, qi doesn't sound like this weird word anymore. It's just a different language to describe how the body functions. In TCM, we talk about balance a lot, and this involves yin and yang. So, what is yin and yang in Chinese medicine? I like to think of yang as kind of this invisible airflow of current, like energy in some sense. And yin is more like fluids in the system. The fluids in your body that can cool you down, or they are the fluids that form the essence in your body. Both yin and yang are necessary to keep the body in check because they both have contrasting attributes that help balance the body. Yang is about warmth, activity, metabolism, active during the daytime. Yin, on the other hand, is cooling, calming, more about restoration and active during the nighttime. Too much yang, you're going to start feeling hot, restless, and irritable. Too little yang, you're going to start feeling cold, sluggish, and weak. Too much yin, you're going to start feeling heavy, foggy, bloated. Too little yin, you're going to start feeling dry, hot at night, and insomnia. So in TCM, we look at different things. We look at, are you running too hot? Are you running too cold? Is your body overactive in this area or underactive in this area? That's the logic that we're working with. Acupuncture, that's something we do in TCM a lot. It's the act of inserting a needle into an acupuncture point and to manipulate that energy. Pause. It's not just any random point. Remember, we talked about pattern diagnosis. Based around your pattern, we're going to find a selection of points that are tailored to your concern to give you the best results possible. It works with sleep, works with digestion, works with pain, you name it. Now, from a conventional medicine point of view, how we explain acupuncture is that we're stimulating the acupuncture point, and what that does is send a signal to the brain, and it's going to interpret that to start secreting hormones to start healing and accelerate the recovery of the body. We're not just randomly poking needles into your body. Red flag if you know someone that is doing that to you. How many needles is too many needles? That is too many needles. That is traumatizing, and that is why I understand most people don't even want acupuncture, because you're literally inserting a needle into you. It doesn't even hurt that much, to be honest. Anyway, what we're doing is influencing a system and balancing the qi, the blood, and the different systems in the body. Now, acupuncture is only one part of TCM. Then we have Chinese herbs. Chinese herbs is not like just chucking a bunch of leaves into the pot and just pray that your fatigue just suddenly dissipates. Chinese herbal medicine is based on the same approach as acupuncture, pattern diagnosis. You need to understand that we're treating the pattern and not treating the symptom. Each herbal formula or herbs have their own unique function, nature, and combination. And our goal is to figure out which one is best for you based on your pattern. So there's no such thing as, is this herb good for sleep? No. What is the pattern diagnosis of your sleep? If you're not sleeping well because you have some issues with a specific organ that's hyperactive, our goal is to lower the hyperactivity of that organ so you can feel calm and fall asleep. However, if we don't just diagnose you and just give you a herb for sleep, what's going to happen is that it's going to knock you out or make you feel brain fog, fatigue, and slow, because you have to understand why is the reason you feel that you don't have good sleep. Maybe it could be related to your stress, and if we can find a way to sedate that stress, then you're going to feel chill and you're going to be able to fall asleep easier. And that's why herbs are so powerful. If you give the wrong herb or wrong herbal formula to the wrong pattern diagnosis, it's either gonna not work or backfire and feel the side effects, because each herb and herbal formula has its unique attributes. It can really elevate you and make you feel like you're on top of the world, or next thing you know, you can feel like you're constipated because it's meant to dry out and detox you. All these things are possible when it comes to herbs. It's not about whether or not the herbal formula works. It's all about, is it the right herbal formula or herb for you? So what is traditional Chinese medicine. It's a holistic view of how we see the body, the relationships between different systems, understanding the root cause, and making sure we're doing pattern diagnosis. It's not just about lab results, tests, scans. It's more than that. And the goal is not to choose between Eastern medicine or Western medicine. The goal is to choose the right tool at the right time. I hope this video has given you some different perspective of how to look at the body. So next time when your body starts feeling a symptom, don't just ask, how do I shut this up? Instead, ask, what is my body trying to tell me? Thank you for staying to the end of the video. Till next time, and this is Guan, aka the Gentle Needle Guy. Bye!